these are fun. We're doing word problems. How can word problems not be fun? It's like puzzles with English. Now, this happened back in lesson 30 where we took sentences like, the sum of twice a number and 13 is 75. Now we're going to turn them into equations. Before we just read statements. Now this has an equation. And the reason I know it's an equation is because it has a special word in here, very special, 2-letter word, and it is this symbol. That means equals. Is always means equals. So we can take this statement, the sum of twice a number, so the sum of twice a number, and 13, the sum of twice a number and 13 is 75. And now we can just translate it, an English statement into, or an English sentence into an equation. And here we go. And so we go ahead and divide both sides by 2, and I'm going to go ahead and write the answer out to here. Now definitely want to check these kinds of things because it's pretty easy to do. The sum of twice a number and 13. So here's the number. If we twice that number is 62, and if we add 13 to 62, we get 75. So I'm very happy with that answer, and you should be too. Next one, let's take this and turn it into another math sentence. So I see this is big flag there. All right, find a number, same thing, n, that 13 less than twice the number is 137. So 13 less than twice the number. So it's 13 less than that. Okay, so it's that. Make sure we have that figured out. 13 less than that, then twice that number, equals 137. Again, I'm going back to this. This catches people quite a bit, the order of subtraction here. So let's go ahead and solve. And we get, and half of 150 is 75. So let's go ahead and check that. Find a number 13 less than twice this number. Well, twice this number is 150. So if we did 150 minus 13, do we get 137? Yes, we do. So we have the right answer. I think you should go ahead and see if you can try these. It's much better to try them now that you know the trick or the method. And then if you get stuck, come and look. Well, look anyway and make sure you get the right answer. But that's important because it's better to try it. You're going to catch more by just trying it yourself. And even if you get stuck, than if you just had me spell it out to you. So pause me and then go ahead and try these. And then come and unpause me. Find a number such that if 5 times the number is decreased by 14, the result is, there's my equal sign, twice the opposite of a number. So that's a mouthful, and that's okay. Still take it piece by piece. That if 5 times the number, which is 5n, is decreased by 14, the result is twice the opposite of the number. Twice the opposite of the number. And then that's what we're going to solve. So I'm going to fix up the right side there, just clean up what it looks like. That can be rewritten like this. Okay, so because the 14 is here, if we added 2n, we're going to have 0 on this side. Let's subtract 5n to both sides, or from both sides. And that's okay, because I told you sometimes you're going to get a negative. And so we have negative 14 equals negative 7n. We divide both sides by negative 7. We're going to end up with a positive 2. So let's go ahead and check that answer. If 5 times 2 is decreased by 14, the result is twice the opposite of 2. So twice negative 2. And let's see. There we go. And we get a true statement. So we have the right answer there. First line is probably the hardest. Maybe a little hard here because you might have found yourself having nothing on one side. That's okay. You would have just had a 0 and then you add 14. So maybe I'm going to show you that really quick. You can fast forward this if you didn't get stuck on this, but let me show you one other way you could have done it, and that it's okay. Let's say you had 5n minus 14. I'm just writing it again. So we had that. So what if you did this first? Added 2n to both sides. Okay, you might have gotten confused here because you're like, well, those go away. That's 7n minus 14, and what's going on over here? Those went away. They didn't really go away. They ended up equaling 0. So we can still solve that. Add 14. And now we have 7n equals 14. So it's okay if you did it that way. Here's what happened. Divide both sides by 7, and equals 2. We still get to the right answer. Okay? You're going to probably do that at least once, where you end up a little confused because everybody disappears, but they're leaving you a 0, which is a number, and you can work with that. Okay, so example 4, find a number which decreased by 18 equals 5 times its opposite. Okay, find a number which decreased by 18. So we have a number, we decrease it by 18. Equals, so they actually just wrote equals 5 times its opposite. So that's what 5 times its opposite looks like. So let's clean that up a little bit. Again, what if you added 5n to both sides? That's okay. You'd have 6n minus 18 equals 0. Then you're going to add 18 to both sides. So let's instead do it this way. I like to avoid that 0. I don't know why, but it's okay. So then we go ahead and n equals positive 3. So let's go ahead and check it. If you take 3, decrease it by 18, yes, you're going to get a negative. That will equal 5 times the opposite of 3, which is negative 3. So let's check. That's negative 15, and that's negative 15. So yes, we got the right answer. Last one. Maybe you try this again, and then come and check. Okay, we get the same result. That just means equals. So we're going to have two things equal each other. If we multiply a number by 3, which is 3n, or we're going to get the same result as if we multiply the number by 5 and add 2. Find that number. And I'm going to say it's negative 1. So let's try it. We get the same result if we multiply a number by 3. So if we did that, or if we multiply the number by 5 and add 2, what do we get? Negative 5 plus 2, we get negative 3. So true. All right, now you have 2 examples to work on. Have fun with it, of course. Don't laugh at me when I say have fun with it. It is fun. And we're going to do these puzzles. 4 times a number decreased by 8, looks like this, equals 92. So we go ahead and solve. And divide by 4. All right. I'm happy with that, but I'm going to check. 4 times the number decreased by 8 equals 92. Yes, we got the right answer. If the product, which means multiply, of 4 and a number is decreased by 12, the result is twice the opposite of the number. So let's simplify the right side. Looks like that. Then get our ends to that one side. Getting close. I can already see I'm going to get a nice even answer here. And we get 2. 2 equals your number. Now let's go ahead and check your answer. The product of 4 and the number is decreased by 12, sorry. The result is 2 times the opposite of the number. So let's try 8 minus 12. Does that equal -4? Yes, it does. Yay. Great job with lesson 32. Stay tuned for lesson 33. I think we get to do prime factorization next, so hang tight.